Hello, welcome back to Let's Play Shadowrun, Hong Kong. We are getting near the end game. There we go. Then again, last video I said it's been odd that we haven't received assassinations, but that said, I also had in-game warning that this run was going to start things coming down on our heads. Here we go. Security may look light, but we're not in yet. Words will only get us so far. Things are bound to get heated eventually. Just be prepared to cover your ass when the bullets fly. You've got a lot to get past before we can get to Raymond. He's right. Keep our objective in sight. Kindly said we can find information on Raymond's location in the security stations. It'll be tricky getting into them, but once we do, that's also where we can cut the alarm system. Once we find Raymond, I'd be happy to help with his liberation. Oh, and as for the saying security passes, we shouldn't rely solely on them. They'll help, but using them alongside our own wits will be most effective. There's security. Gun is holster right now. Hey, I'm in major combat gear. Would you let me come in as a custodial guy? The loading dock supervisor is glued to his monitor, his hand holding a sound piece up to his right ear. You hear a faint cheer coming from the device, and he shoves his fist into the air and triumphs. Score! With his eyes now off the screen, he spots you. Well, it's about time. He pauses as he takes in your appearance. You're really the special courier Wu Jing sent to deliver our load of Enviro controller chips. None of the... Obviously, I don't lug this crap around for fun, you know. Hey, you never know. Policy to check. Speaking of which, let's see your credentials. Show him the forged ID. You see his eyes dart over the ID. He glances at you before sighing and pushing it away. Checks out. Huh. Delivery standards have really dropped these days. Take that shipment to the security station in the sub-basement. This door here will lead you to the right floor. Once you check things in at that station, head back here. Don't wander off. Your clearance is for the sub-basement and sub-basement only. The guards around here are as strict as sin. Made a joke to one once and nearly glared at me for half. He nearly glared me in half. I thought that was a mistake, but that's just colorful metaphor. I swear, they must have their sense of humor surgically removed. Given what we know what's going on upstairs, that's not entirely unlikely. Gotcha. Is it okay to leave the van in here? Crew's on lunch, so you should have plenty of time. I'll buzz you in once you get back. Right. Be back soon. Okay, enter sub-basement. Oh, there's our goal. Let's look around a little bit first. Use a Decker to free Raymond. Discover Raymond's location by hacking a security station. Sign. Door keypad. First aid station. So in there will be some medical supplies. Elevator. There's more Sang Enforcer. There was one over here too, so that's two. There was one outside. Door card reader. Security. Oh, hello. Locker room. Saying human maintenance worker. And who are you supposed to be? Show him your Sang security passes. First day, was told to report here? Well then, welcome to the shit show that is floor B3. Our boss is a dick, bad at everything, loves to blame others. That's why the company put her down here. Any tips? Yeah, don't fuck up. You're a Sang now. Not even our god-awful boss will tolerate anything less than your best. In fact, I suggest you make it a habit to check in with her early. She hates it when people are late. And with how much she enjoys pointing that finger, stay on her good side. He looks at his locker and heads out. They both head out. Interesting. Protected by a simple keypad. We don't have the key. Do we? Nope. Let's see. Maintenance manager. You're greeted by the sight of a dwarf leaning against a desk, nose deep inside a book. The plaque next to her hip reads Maintenance Lead. She holds up her finger to silence you, eyes locked on her story. After a moment, she dog-ears her page, and sets the book on top of the desk. By the way she sizes you up, you can tell that she's not in the business of making friends. Yes? I'm the new hire. When I asked for HR for a challenge, they assigned me to this department. I'm ready to take on whatever you throw my way, boss. Well, aren't we eager? She looks confused and slightly annoyed by your gung-ho attitude. Glad you think so. Before you do anything around here, you've got to change out of those ridiculous clothes, hit the locker room and grab a uniform. So show some goddamn company pride. Well, at least they finally sent me somebody. Here, the locker code. Thank you. And what is the locker code? 2627. Curious about something. Huh, it immediately resets to the main menu. Enter code. 2627. Locker room opens with a faint click. Inside are shrink-wrapped saying maintenance uniforms. Put on a uniform. Shrink-wrapped, you say? Interesting. It's taking a while to load up. All I had to do was change my... There, we're all changed. Are we still equipped? Yes, I am apparently still wearing heavy armor. She's still wearing her gear. He's still wearing his armored vest, and she's still wearing her rags, but we're in uniform. The rest of your team begrudgingly rifles through the locker, picking out uniforms closest to their size. One by one, they button up, and soon a hodgepodge of frumpy maintenance workers stand before you. A little tight in the arms, but great in the hips. I could really tear up a dance floor in this. She swivels her hips and spins on her heel. When she comes back around, she grabs her chin and strikes a pose. This is the pose I'll use to win hearts. Hope Sang doesn't mind if I keep this. Oh good, I got karma for that. Door card reader? Standard key cards. Okay. I'm going to check something here before I talk to her again. 70 hit points. Door keypad. Enter code. I don't have the code. Walk away. So 1, 2, 3, but he's on a different map, so probably just the 2. It'll probably get reinforcements if we start shooting. And there's unknown number in here. Much better. Should I assume this is your new sector? That's what they told me. She lets out a breath of relief. About time I got some help down here. I've got a task to break you in fast. The auto coupler on the main terminal is out. Flow regulators need a restart. Engage its airflow mixers, then report back to me. Use the maintenance terminal to start the flow. Oh, good. Okay. Standard model terminal. Oh, everything looks fairly basic, including its controls. You notice something flashing in the corner of the screen, a message entitled Urgent. Open the message. Lee, I need you to get your team together and fix the climate turbine. Make it top priority. It's been radiating heat on warm days and cooling on cold days. People around the office are getting pissy. I'm not going to take their shit on your behalf, so the longer you wait, the more your quarterly review will suffer. And accept the work order. Reboot the controls. And walk away. Is there more to it than that? Standard mono. There's nothing left here to do. Nope, that's everything. Okay. Good work, Rookie. That's all I need for now. Why don't you take a break? Just do it outside my office. I've got a date with a new novel. Oh, great. Oh, wait. Did I mention that the terminal had another maintenance request in it? Something about fixing a turbine? I accepted the task. What? You signed off on the goddamn turbine engine? We can't do that. I need at least a crew of 4 level 3 techs to even do an evaluation of the thing. The longer that request sat in the system, the worse it looked for us anyway. Shit, Rookie, if you signed off on the order, we've got to do it. Or this department is sunk. Anger drains for her. She closes her eyes and rubs her temple. This is what we're going to do. You head to the turbine. I'll unlock the admin controls from here. Now, it's very important, very expensive piece of machinery, so you need to do exactly what I say. Got it? Got it. Okay, we're over here. A live video window is open in the middle of the terminal's screen. You see the face of the ever-tense maintenance manager glaring back at you. She's going to have a really bad day after this run is over. All right, Rookie. I've started the turbine in standby mode, so its electronics should be working. I need you to troubleshoot the issue from your end while I reference the machine's manual on my end. Now let's see. It says here we should start by repressurizing the hydraulics. There should be a program on your terminal specifically for monitoring and controlling the turbine. Once you're in there, select the hydraulics and hit the appropriate command. Done. The turbine hisses as the hydraulics pressurize. Well, that's something. Indicator lights are still red, though. Sometimes the engine's seismoradar connection becomes misaligned, so try adjusting that. Shouldn't need to move it more than a couple centimeters. Done. Huh, maybe the rotor speed needs to be recalibrated. And done. Something groans inside the turbine and the base of the rotor begins to rumble. Hey, that's it! Don't let the noise fool you. We've identified the problem. The rotor must have been recalibrated into the opposite of what it needed. One more try and it should fix the turbine. Give it a go. Sabotage the turbine? Or repair the turbine? Let's repair the turbine. Rumbling sounds of machine steady and its indicator lights turn green. That's what I want to hear. Great work. I'll remember this come your next review. Anything else I can do? Since you're new here, that means you're part-time, right? So I suggest you head on home. Catch up on some trid. You deserve it after this. All right then. Bye. Okay. I still need to get into here. I don't know how. Walk away. I've got a day we'll do. How do I get in there? Oh. Enter code 2627. there something I'm missing? Should I have sabotaged it? No, it was an objective. It was an optional objective, but it was an objective. Security. Can't go back. Loading dock. This is curious. Standard keycard reader. Now I have a couple of ideas on what I could do as on a tabletop game. But I'm stuck on this. So I'm going to do something I don't really like having to do, and I'm going to go look it up. Because barring shooting people, I'm stuck. Kind of sad to admit that, but I'll see you in a little bit. Okay, so guess what? I read enough to know that despite the fact the mission marker is here, to continue with it, I'll have to go here. The guard's brow furrows. This is about as much as I learned to. Everything else was kind of a clutter. Because the site I went to, Game Banshee apparently doesn't have a site for this, and the site I went to does not use a format I like. It doesn't organize things well for a walkthrough the way Game Banshee does. It's just sort of a jumble of paragraphs and such. Anyway, halt. This area is off limits. Only selected personnel are allowed in here. Show him your SANG security passes. Front desk sent me here for a new employee orientation. At your words, he seems to relax. He glances at your passes, hardly long enough to read anything, returns his gaze to you. Ooh. Welcome aboard. I'm pretty new myself. Just finished up orientation a month ago. Go on ahead, and good luck. I can hardly tell. See you around. Oh, I can hardly tell. See you around. Okay. Okay, on the elevator wall is a large panel covered in buttons. A keypad is mounted beside it. Buttons are left unlabeled, but you know from the plastic-faced man's data which floors have security stations. Sales and acquisitions first. Okay. It did say a timid woman looks at you from her station. Excuse me, ma'am. The SANG employees on this floor may only be seen through pre-approved appointment. Not even a maintenance is exempt. Do you have an appointment? I have a meeting with Mr. Johnson. This will only take a second. I need to tweak some air units. If they get fixed on your watch, it'll look good on your record. Then I can get on with the rest of my work orders, too. Win for both of us. What do you say? So I got pretty good. Okay. One thing I said is that somewhere in this, there is a Charisma 7 requirement, and I only Charisma 6. So that'll be interesting. Okay, show your SANG security passes, Mr. Johnson. Do I want to let on that this would be basically, we're Shadowrunners, don't get in our way. I think I'll do this. I don't see why not. Just try to have an appointment ready next time, okay? Access the air units. Will you need employees to clear the area? I can get security to usher people out if that'd help. No need to bother anyone. I can work around them. Have a good one. You too, ma'am. Okay. VP of Operations. Oh dear. Calm, stern-faced man stands before you. He casually checks his watch as he addresses you, his voice tinged with boredom. I've been expecting you. Like the maintenance uniforms, by the way. Enemy in our skin. Classic infiltration tactic. And who are you? Think of me as a business partner. I'd... Uh, are you done yet? I have places to be, people to kill. He snaps his fingers. The guards behind him train their weapons on your positions. Before you decide anything, at least hear me out. You're in a position to come out of this with an edge against Sang. That alone should be enough to pique your interest. What's your game? It just so happens that you've stumbled into the right office at the right time. He keeps his gesture subtle, but he can't hide the cockiness in his voice. I imagine that doesn't happen often in your line of work. I'm listening. I know you're on the job, but this won't take long. Josephine is running this corporation to the ground, much like the way you're undermining her efforts here today. I too am preparing to make a move against her, and therein lies the beauty of our situation. We're in a position to help each other out. And how can I trust you? Wise question. I'm sure there's little I can say to win your full trust, but look at me. Here I am, putting my faith in a Shadowrunner. I have just as much to lose as you do, but if you help me, we'll both gain a great deal. I'm not asking for much, really. It's simple. I give you access to Sang's core system, and while inside, you retrieve some data for me. And how do you plan on rewarding me for these services? I should think the privilege of wading through Sang's core system would be reward enough. The corners of his eyes crease at a flat smile stretches across his jaw. A little trio editing and some creative violence on my guard's part, and we'll claim you assaulted us and entered the Matrix by force. Your invasion of our direct system will only bolster our strikes against Josephine. Thanks, but no thanks, Mr. Johnson. This is a one-time offer. Infiltrating Sang's Matrix could prove helpful. Excellent. The information I need is in the data store labeled Foreign Accounts. Return those files to me and you're welcome to whatever else you find in the Matrix. Don't get clumsy. Avoid setting off the system alert, or my associates and I will have to kill you to cover up our part in this scheme. I can't afford to arouse any suspicion, and should you try to leave this office and I don't have my files, our deal is off. I'll see to it that you don't leave this building alive. Play your cards right, Brunner, and this may be the beginning of a new business relationship. I do not like you. But we'll see about this. Have Isabel jack in. I really need to should have bought you another ESP. Okay. Oh, wow, this is a pretty Matrix facility. Anyway, moving on to a new video.